Hello everyone, thank you very much for clicking on this video, and I feel honored to do this reading for you now and to talk to our soul. We will just see what comes through, but I already talked to them a little bit and they said something about relationships. But we will see. Let's see. Okay. That's a mess. So sorry. Okay. So there's a bit chaos. The energy is a bit chaotic. There are some souls coming, really pushing forward. Yeah. So that's what I initially thought. This reading is not. I'm gonna take this one. Yeah, it's very chaotic. The energy is very chaotic. Interesting energy. This reading is indeed going to be about relationships, but more about how we behave in relationships. It's about whether putting others first or ourselves. It's about relationships. It's about whether we are neglecting ourselves, putting others first, ignoring our interests, ignoring our... So there are two souls here. You kind of need two different groups here. You kind of need to think about yourself, think about your behavior, and think about which message is for you. So there's one group here, which I'm going to do first, who are neglecting themselves in relationships. We are, whoever are basically trying not to want anything. And because we do not want any kind of conflict in relationship. We only want, we try to make everything comfortable for the other people, for this other person. Whether it be friendship, a friend group, a partner, a relationship, a romantic relationship, family relationships and family, like mother-daughter, father-daughter, son, father, mother, whoever, or even mother and father. Regardless of what kind of relationship you are in, and that's more of a pattern you have, you're neglecting yourself, your interests. People ask you whether you want to go eating. You want to go... What type of food do you want to eat? Where do you want to go eat? And you say, oh, whatever, I don't care. And you really don't care, you think. But once you listen, like once you go inside, and if you had to choose, if you were alone right now, where would you go? And there for sure is a place where you would like to go. But you try not to go inside and think about it, because you do not want to start arguing, or you do not want to put your interests first because you fear the other person feeling uncomfortable or feeling annoyed by you. And so you kind of hide your interest, your feelings. We try to hide ourselves. Let's say someone, because we do not want to argue, because we do not want to annoy anyone, because we fear them not agreeing with us, or simply agreeing with us because they do not want to hurt us, but we want the other person to feel comfortable. And yet, when they ask you to go out, you don't really want to. You know what I mean? It's this feeling of being okay with everything someone does, but actually you just don't really listen to yourself. I experienced that before a lot. People ask me whether you want to go for a break, or what do you want to do, or who do you want to go with, and I was just like, whatever. But like, I wasn't even aware really that I did not want to eat whatever type of food we were eating, because I didn't really listen to myself. But when they asked me the same questions again and again, I started to feel less, comfortable with friends, or with break time, or with simply going out with people, because I constantly did not think about what I wanted to eat or what I wanted to do. And I just wanted to make it comfortable for the other person. But I really forgot myself. And the other group is people who put themselves first. There is one soul here is like really, and that is nothing bad. It's really just a bit overwhelming for me right now. A soul coming through that really like sticks out. And when I make these videos, I ask the souls to collectively send energies to me. But this one soul really speaks for themselves. And that's fine. It's just a very confident and outgoing soul. And the person here on earth maybe too. And that's fine. But we always need to be careful if we are neglecting the interests of others. If you feel like your friends constantly reject going out with you, or just search for any reason not to go out with you, then you need to self-reflect and think about, am I listening to their interests? Am I listening to what they want to do? Or am I ignoring what they say? Because I'm always like, there are always two sides, right? Because people who are not strong enough to talk about what they want, and people who are so strong that they just do what they want. And it's always a game between these two energies. And so we need to meet somewhere in the middle, because we are in a relationship. We are friends, for example. We need to meet in the middle. We need to find common ground. Sometimes we can adjust to a situation if we feel fine with it. And sometimes we are just not doing so because of our ego, because we want to be the one leading, for example. And we don't do that consciously, but it's just a reaction we have sometimes to, it's just a pattern that we constantly do with friends. And I'm not only talking about friends, but let's say a romantic relationship. And you can find an arrangement so that both of you can feel comfortable with what you do. But we need to reflect on ourselves if we are simply choosing not to do things or to do things because of our ego. Our ego is fine too, but it makes living together or the relationship kind of problems a bit more difficult. Or we need to treasure our friends and people we are with and ourselves. That's another important message. We need to treasure ourselves as much as we treasure others, and we need to treasure others as much as we treasure ourselves. For both groups we're talking about here. So I really hope there was some kind of message for you here. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And now I thank you very much for letting me talk to your soul. Thank you. Bye-bye.